What's up, guys? My name is Carl with NOEoutdoors. I wanted to make this video kind of explaining my channel, what you can expect from this channel, and how I even got to where I'm at now. So like we all know, fishing is expensive, and back in 2014 I started getting into fishing pretty heavy. I bought my first gas burner boat. I had some electric boats, but actually it's that boat right back there. I don't know if y'all can see it on camera, but that was actually my first real boat I bought. So I had like a, before that one, I had like a Bass Hound 2.0. It's a plastic boat. Just had a trolling motor on it. But anyway, so I bought that one, got into some tournaments and everything, and it was just getting expensive. You know, it's an expensive thing. And I was like, man, I got to do something. Maybe I'll just start buying and selling fishing gear. So I started buying fishing gear, post on Craigslist that I buy used tackle and everything. And then I just sell it on eBay. And I started doing pretty good with that just to kind of support the habit. And I mean, I sold some, actually, you'd be surprised what some lures go for. So you really would be. I mean, there's some of them that go for thousands of dollars. And they're rare, very rare, but they're out there. So that's how I kind of supported doing the tournaments for a while. And but I knew there was more for me to do. I was like, there's something else in the fishing world that I need to, in the outdoor, at that time, is the outdoor world. I know there's something else I need to do. And I was actually heading out to a hunting show, hunting expo, and I stopped by my neighbor's house real fast, and I was talking to him, and I was like, man, you know, it's just heavy on me that I need to do something else. And I was like, you know what I need to do? I need to put on one of these shows myself. That's what I need to do. He's like, oh yeah, do that. And I was thinking about it, like I went to that show, had a great time, and for like the next week or two, I was just thinking about, like, I need to do this myself, you know, and kind of seeing what it would take. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna rent a building. So I rented our first building over in Cartersville, Georgia. So I rented that, and it was going to be the it was the NOE Outdoor Fishing and Hunting Expo. And I was pumped up. I was excited about it. You know, I thought it was going to be one of these situations like you build it, they'll come. Like vendors are going like, oh, heck yeah, new show, we're going to that. Turns out it's not like that at all. So vendors are very selective, and nobody likes a first year show. And I get it, because you never know what that show is going to do. But anyway, so the show went okay. I mean, we finally got the vendors and stuff, and we filled the building up, and the show went okay. I didn't make much money at all, maybe like $2,500. And for as much time and money that I put in it, it didn't feel worth it, okay? So then 2020 happened, and we all know what happened in 2020. It pretty much shut everything down. And shut the shows down for sure. There wasn't no crowd of people getting together. So everything I made on the first year show, it all went away during that, because I already paid for some advertising, I already paid for signs, I already paid for like a social media stuff, some other stuff. So I lost way more than I made on the first show. Way more than I made. And I was like, oh shoot, I'm not gonna be able to do this anymore. And but 2020 was bad for that business, NOE Outdoors. But my landscape business was booming then. It was booming. I mean, everybody was at home. They all wanted stuff. And so I was able to make my money back in the landscaping to keep NOE Outdoors going. And in 21, some other things happened. I'd love to tell that story. That's a story that you'd all love to hear. Because it's just the fishing world, the outdoor world, really, I guess every world. But I know this, it can be cutthroat sometimes. And I hate that. But maybe one day I might tell the story, but probably not. But anyway, something happened where I was like, you know what? I'm going to have to just take a step back and figure something out. So I ended up in 22 changing it from the NOE Outdoor Fishing and Hunting Expo, and I just went to NOE Outdoor Fishing Expo, and I changed it to February, because before it was like in August. So I changed it to February. And because that's what I'm mostly a fisherman. I mean, I'm 90% fisherman, 10%, probably 95% fisherman, 5% hunter. Okay. And so 22 happened. I was telling everybody, hey, we got the NOE Outdoor Fishing Expo. Now vendors started coming in. They wanted that. They wanted the fishing expo. The fishing vendors did. And it made it a lot easier, especially since I already had my first year show. Regardless of how it went, at least you put a show on. So I did that, and we did the show, and it was fantastic. It was incredible. I mean, the community was so happy. The vendors were happy. I was happy. We actually made a little bit of money, like better than the first one. And so we did it again. right? We did it in 23, it was even better. 24 was even better. And then 24, I was like, okay, you know, we've done it 3 years. We've had it's been successful every year, even better. Every year is better and better. And I was like, well, let's move on to Greenville. Let's go to Greenville, South Carolina. And so we put a show over there. And it was the first year was this last year, Greenville, South Carolina, in 2025. And I couldn't believe it. I put a little clip in, just a line to get in there. It was so good. So that show turned out to be incredible. I mean, it was fantastic. The community was super happy to have a show like that there, and all the vendors did great. They said a lot of these vendors said it's one of the best shows they've done, and I was proud of that. You know, I was proud of that, and you know, everybody that helped me with that. I appreciate all the people that helped me with that. You know who you are, help me. But right before that show happened, I went ahead and went down to Pensacola, and I booked a building down there too. I was like, you know what, we're going to go ahead, and in 2 years, we're going to do one down there in 27. And so now we're going to have one. We got Cartersville, Georgia, Greenville, South Carolina, Pensacola, Florida, and now we're going to go ahead and book a building for Jacksonville, Florida. So we're going to have 4 shows. And that Jacksonville show, as of now, we're still working on a date, so I won't put that out there yet. But as far as the Pensacola show, that's January 15th through the 17th of 2027. So I'm super, super pumped about that one. I'm actually really excited about that. I'm hoping one day maybe Pensacola will be my home. So that's kind of the plan, run the shows and maybe move down there. Who knows? Sometimes I just think about how it went from going to a fishing hunting show to running these shows. And then and before I even ran the shows, I started running tournaments, hosting my own tournaments. And that was a lot of fun. This is actually my first year. I started running tournaments back in 2018 to promote the show for 2019. And this right here in 2025 is my first year I haven't ran tournaments. It's a bittersweet thing getting out of the tournaments. It's something I had to do for me and for the business. I mean, sometimes you just got to make those moves to move forward, and that's just one of the moves I had to make. And it gave me more time to put out weekly fishing reports for South Carolina. We got most lakes in South Carolina and most lakes in Georgia, all your big lakes, and also a coastal report. We get them from guides that are in those areas. We get them from YouTubers that are in those areas. We get them from local hammers and just people I know in those areas from running the shows. So it gave me more time to do that. So I got that stuff for you guys on the website. Every Thursday, I put out a weekly fishing report. We also have the New Outdoor Hub on the website where I share out news that's happening in the fishing world, whether it's a new record fish or new laws, all that stuff. So check that stuff out if you're interested. It's NOEoutdoors.com. But so that, you know, not doing the tournaments gave me more time to do that stuff that helps the community more. Also, like I said, it helps me with the YouTube. I'm able to go out and do more, travel a little bit more to do some fishing. And that's what I do on my channel. I travel. I ain't gonna say I travel a lot, but I travel quite a bit fishing. I like to do a lot of truck camping, camping and going fishing. I like to do a lot of that stuff. I fish in the John boat. I fish with live scope. I fish without live scope. I mean, that's a whole nother thing right there. I enjoy going fishing without forward facing, but sometimes I enjoy going with it. I'll take that boat right there. It's got minimum electronics on that boat. And I love that. I love just getting to the basics of fishing and just go out there finding them. I really do. I take that boat to Florida. I take that boat to Florida, to the coast, more than I take this boat, honestly. I'm actually leaving in the morning, and this one's going with me. But yeah, so if you guys want to follow along and just see where we can take the shows, you know, where we can take this YouTube channel, who knows? But if you guys want to follow along, all you got to do is subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate that for sure. And just watch. I mean, I'll go out fish. I fish for bass, striper, crappie, redfish, trout. I mean, I fish for everything. I'm just a fisherman that wants to get out there and catch whatever I can catch. But other than that, guys, that's kind of all I got for you with the story right now. Maybe I'll tell you some more in the future. If this video does pretty good, I might post out another one. But other than that, I'll catch you on the next one.